good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today, I'm really excited to have my friend Lola Rituals here on Yoga Girl Ratika, Yogis that Inspire. So, I adore all Lola does with her strength and kindness, and I'm so excited to share with you all how Lola sees the world and the happiness that she spreads. So, hopefully, it should work. Lola, you're live with me. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, hi.
Yay!
Yes, we are here. We're alive again. How
I'm
are
so
you
happy.
today?
I'm good. This is the highlight of my day, so I'm really
Yes,
excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited, and um, thank you for being you and being authentically you and doing what you do. And we'll get straight into it. So, Lola, please tell us a bit about your story through the lens of yoga and self development through your eyes.
Hello, my name is Lola. Well, I started my yoga journey about 2 years ago. Before that, I had a bit of a different life completely. I was raised in Dubai and I studied and worked there. And then I wanted to travel a little bit. So I thought Emirates and air hostessing career would be a perfect opportunity. And it was nice. And whilst I was traveling, every time I was in a place where I see dogs running around in the field and in the restaurant with their owners, I was like, yes, I want to be living in a place like this and that I can do that. Couple of years later, I'm here doing exactly that. Moving away from the hectic lifestyle in Dubai and to find here a bit of tranquility and coming closer to nature was really wonderful and I appreciate it all. So this is my short story.
That was wonderful.
Yes, and at the moment I am a meditation and mindfulness teacher. So that what
And,
yoga brought me to.
and I love also what you share about manifesting. And it's so amazing
Well,
how quickly, in 2 years, what you imagined has come to your reality.
I was saying that literally on every flight I was having, it was mostly in Europe because I was loving the weather. Um, I was loving the nature around and that it's really pet friendly. So it was definitely a manifestation that came true. Yeah.
Amazing. And Lola, we'll start from the start because I want to know what you do when you first wake up in the morning, from the very start of the day. What is the secret? What is your morning routine? Do you wake up
Morning
with an alarm
routine,
clock?
I'm alarm clock. No, I love to sleep and I'm still sleeping like
Yeah,
a bear. But
yeah.
yes, I do use an alarm clock, but it was actually having a routine was one of the things that I really wanted to have. I was always in and out of flights, morning, night, never had a proper schedule, never had a routine because I would be sleeping at different times of the day. So when I moved here, this was one of the things I'm going to start taking care of my health, my well-being, and waking up to the sunrise. I'm sure you already know all the sunrise videos and pictures I was posting, but I
Yeah.
love to wake up to that and it straight away puts a big smile and happy feeling. Um, and then my day starts. I like to start with a bit of stillness, meditation session. I like to do a bit of movement, that's yoga and exercise. And reflection, let's say, with affirmations and things, and then a good meal, good breakfast.
Now, with the app, with the reflection, do you write it down or you just think, or with that part?
I write it down. I have stuff written as well. I have like 5 different books of notepads that I've been writing things on. So yes, affirmations. I like to repeat them for the day. What's important for me for the day. And I like to write some stuff down, what I have to do today, what I've dreamt about, what I
Wow.
took into my sleep. So
Yeah.
a bit of a process, but I really love it. I love it.
And with the yoga and exercise, I know you, I love that you share it with all of us, such a personal practice. But do you practice yourself or do you go
Yeah.
look at YouTube videos or do you just see what your body feels like every day?
Both. It depends on the day. Well, my inspiration for yoga was Boho Beautiful. I fell in love with yoga, and my love for yoga actually started. I wanted to just do one pose, and it was the splits. Me and my best friend decided to do a challenge. It was quarantine, so let's do the splits in 2 months and a bit of stretching, a bit of that, and then it was yoga, and then it just opened my eyes and mind to so much that yoga does for your
Mhm.
well-being, for your mind, for your body. So yes, I it depends on the day, how I feel. If I feel like I want to just move to how I feel, listen to my body, that's exactly what I do. And sometimes where you need some help, some motivation,
Yeah.
I love to listen to and watch videos.
Same. I agree with you. I do
Yeah.
the same thing, and I'm just curious if that was what your practice was. And do you dedicate a certain amount of time? Do you do that every day religiously? Because I know today in your story you said discipline is your like
Discipline is
something
my
about
best friend.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like that too. Every day I have to do like this, and this sometimes. You know, if I don't get it done, I feel like ah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, okay, no, yoga has to be every day. If it's not 30 minutes, it can be even 5 minutes, just stretching. I do dedicate time for stretch because I think it's very important. It can be something simple as neck rotations, arms, a bit of hamstrings, even my
mm,
feet. Feet is so important to stretch, and hands, just something
yeah.
simple. It doesn't have to be every day 30 minutes on the clock, but I try to do a little bit of everything every day.
Amazing. And then with your food, do you freshly prepare your breakfast and your food for every other meal of the day?
I do. I do. So for breakfast, I mean, there's things I like and I just move them around kind of every day. Or sometimes for a week I can have one thing. That's oats, muesli, with nuts and milk. And every day is a cottage cheese with nuts, chia, seeds, and berries. This is like my go-to. And for
Okay.
lunch, I like to keep it simple and healthy. I use the oven a lot, baking fish and veggies there. Try to stay away from oily stuff, but it happens. And there's cheat days. Sunday, we got pancakes in the morning. That's a tradition. And we alternate. My partner does pancakes one week. Another week, I do crepes, the thin ones. So,
Yeah.
yeah, this is how it
Oh.
goes.
And do you like stop eating after a certain time?
No.
Oh,
No, no, I don't. I don't look at the time. If I feel hungry,
okay.
I eat. And usually I like to be full, not full, but filled if I go to sleep because the growling is not for me.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. And What is your evening routine now? We've got through the morning of the day.
Okay, evening. Well, we have dinner. So after dinner, we like to watch a bit of TV, read a book or whatever. Um, and most importantly, also for evening time, journal comes. Journal comes.
Wow, so you journal twice. You journal in the morning and the evening.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
For in the evening, there's more writing, less reading. For morning, it's more reading and a bit of less writing. For evening time, I write my gratitude notes, whatever I'm grateful for today, the good, the bad, everything. To keep it, go to sleep with those thoughts of gratitude. You know, what else? Affirmations as well. I can say a couple that relate to me for the day or for the moment, how I feel. I got my vision board across um, my bed, and I have a little glimpse of it. Check it out, how I feel about it, give some emotions, and yeah, and this is how I go to bed.
Yeah.
I like to
And
sometimes, turn on a meditation before night. Calm music or with someone that I like Louis Hay a lot. Louis,
yes, yes. You send me some of
yes,
those videos. Thank
yes,
you.
yeah. Or just some calm music if I have my thoughts to put together or something like that. So yeah, it also
And how do you listen to it? Do you listen to it with headphones
no,
or
no,
no?
no headphones, no, no, no. I just keep it by my side. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep, and it's okay. With headphones, if you're using wireless ones, it's not good. Not good for the ears.
Okay, I use them. So what should I use then?
Use with the wire. The
Okay, I
wire,
have that.
not
Okay,
directly to your ears. You know what I mean?
okay. Yeah, yeah, because of the radiation, right? Is
Yes.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So you use the wire.
For the night, I don't use any wire. I just keep it by my side with a
Okay.
loudspeaker because my partner likes to listen to it too, so it's for both of us.
Okay, wonderful. And how has your mindset improved over time, implementing these changes or implementing these strategies that you use?
Strategies. Well, yoga really did a lot, Okay, for the first time, when I started practicing, it was that I started practicing patience. Then it start, it was like going deeper and deeper a little bit, and then it became presence. How present moment is so important, and how
Mhm.
we need to really savor each moment as it comes. And yeah, when I start to be more conscious and aware of everything that's happening around, being more acceptant of my thoughts, emotions, actions. And once that start happening, I start to become aware of my habitual patterns, mental patterns. Some I didn't really like. So I was like, okay, those strategies, I'm gonna use them to change around. And every day is a choice, to make that change. Still learning, still
Yeah,
deepening the knowledge about this whole thing. But yeah, slowly it's coming around, and mindset has definitely changed. And I think for the better, because more awareness changes a lot.
and patience. Oh my God. For me, it's thank you for the lovely comments. I think they're saying this is beautiful. Yes, Lola is beautiful inside and out. And I love the words of encouragement that you not only you speak. You share so openly and kindly, and I'm so grateful to be in your circle to share this with.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Okay, what's
And
next?
okay, then please share. I know I've got a list prepared for Lola.
Oh.
Longer at the start, but all the voice notes that Lola sends me, I'm like, no, I know much about you now that I'm so grateful. So the next one is, please share some of your more significant challenges to date, how you overcame them, and what lessons did you learn from them?
Ooh, acceptance, baby. Acceptance was the first thing that it was a lesson, when you start to be accepting of everything that is, of yourself, of of all the life that is around me, that it's not only me, that there's so much happening. This is one of the things, when I wake up, not to be all up in my head. I try to look at outside and wow, life is there, life is happening, life is starting for another day to come. So yes, you know, biggest lesson, opening myself up to everything that's around. It was the biggest lesson.
Mm.
Becoming kind to myself, cultivating love, having self-love and self-care, and realizing the words that we say to ourselves is the most important words. You can you can't sabotage yourself, So yeah, this was quite a big lesson for me since.
And when you come across, say, like anything that makes you question like your interaction, whether it's a person or a situation, I feel like those are the most stressing times for me anyway to maintain my mind and accept. Um, you know, how do you mentally deal with that?
Oh, well, with people, it's you're training yourself how you respond to things. It's
Mm.
how you respond to things, right? So, okay, I'm a very patient person.
Yeah,
It's
I know. Thank you. I got the time wrong today. You're like, don't worry. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty patient. If it's not something that, oh my God, or it hasn't been happening, I will only maybe explode then. But if things are just, I'm always the negotiator kind of person, You
Mm.
know, I don't like drama. My friends will know this. I don't like drama or making drama. So, you know, if a person on the other side is saying something that is not what I like, or it's not what, this is, I put in my mind, okay, this is how it is. Be calm, be chill. Making drama now, it's not gonna help anything or do anything good.
Mm.
So take time to respond, keep calm.
That's a really
No,
good. That's really good.
after you can go and, for yourself, like, ah! Take a pillow, smack it on the bed.
Like punch the pill, like boom.
Yeah, or to go to the gym and
Yeah.
stress out, or put some music on and go crazy. Music really is another of my really good meditative states. Whenever I have it's also a bad day, good day, whatever day it is, it calms me down a lot. Just put some music on. Not calm, it has to be something harsh and hard.
Mm.
And let it all out. It's just emotions, and with emotions, there's so you can, you know, let them out. Don't
Great,
hold
great
them in.
advice.
Don't hold them in, because then Oh, it's a whole nother subject. What happens when you hold those emotions in? So,
And I remember you telling me, like, put some music on. I remember you telling me that exact advice,
yeah,
the voice notes. And you know what it does? Music does make shift the mood, shift the emotions.
definitely.
And I love singing too.
Yes, singing also is very, very nice. Letting
Yeah.
throat chakra out.
Yeah. You know, some of my close friends know this because I sing in the car a lot.
That's nice. That's really good. You know, it's
Yeah.
one of the things that I was like, it's something that I should do more. Singing has a lot of.
Yeah. Have you done many mantras? Like yoga mantras?
Mm-mm.
I have, it's always been a struggle for me as well to do mantras, but I have a good friend, Easy Yogi, and he does mantras, and I'm trying to get into it, so he will inspire me to doing that. But I like singing like rap music,
Yes.
like R&B, Whitney Houston, right here.
Yes. Oh, I love
That's
those.
cool. That's throat chakra opening.
Open it up.
Yeah, that Mariah Carey, you got me feeling emotions.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
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 Another question we had next on the list was, how has yoga benefited you?
Ooh. How did it not? How did it not? Oh,
Yeah.
well, first of all, I start to breathe. I start to know how to breathe.
Yeah.
I start to be conscious of my breath. This was wow, number one. And now going into more of meditation and mindfulness practices and learning all the pranayamas. Ooh, this is just pure bliss for me. And now I appreciate the breath so much. You know, sometimes I'm putting on my story. Did you guys breathe today? Did you
Yeah.
consciously breathe? Because once you start to make it a habit, to consciously breathe, you start to understand how you are really feeling. You start to be aware of your state of mind, state of being. And this is what with yoga that I could say that it really did do that for me. I'm aware of my state of mind. Well, I try to be for most of the time, moment to moment. But yes, again, I'll say presence, awareness, patience, that you can cultivate peace when you start, going into meditative state, into your mind more, into your body, feeling all the sensations. Before that, my life was just so so hectic that I would not pay attention to that a lot at all. Everything was moving so fast. Yeah, so now it was more about connecting to the self, and I think this is for yoga and this yoga
Do,
journey, that connecting to the self and becoming a bit of a higher self, noticing, observing every little detail, I tell you. So, yeah.
do you find it easier to do this in Barcelona where you have the space and the peace external in your external environment, whereas I'm living in London now and it's always so noisy, and when you go out, it's hard sometimes to find peace.
But I definitely do, because I mean, okay, we are 30 minutes from Barcelona. Barcelona is also very, very busy. There's a lot going on there. But we live 30 minutes away in a small town, and it's much quieter here. Even though we have a school just across us, and it gets very loud and busy. But I think for me it's nature. If you're then I'm closer to nature, and in Dubai I wasn't so much. This what I think brought me a bit of that sense of calmness and peace. And even when I go
Mm,
to the parks here and forests, that that's the feeling that it brings out in me. You know what I mean?
mm, yeah. And
So
I love
even if you're
with
living
your
in
dog.
London, even if you're
Yeah.
living in London and it's busy and hectic, find the places where you find this calmness and tranquility. And you do. You're always going and exploring, you know.
I
There,
do, yeah.
there should be a balance, and you should be able to be in that, even when it's busy, you know how to act. And when it's calm, you know how to take that in.
Mm, mm, thank you. That's so good. Like maintaining that mental peace wherever you are.
Yes.
Even on the dance floor.
Even on the dance floor, yes. Well, on the
Um,
dance floor, we go into the state of flow, when we're really deeply connected to the activity that we're doing. We're fully immersed into the moment, and we don't know the time, and we're not counting. We're just in the moment, and it's here, and we're having such a beautiful time, and it's joyful. I think that's what dance happens.
yeah, that's why I noticed that even you, I see you videos of you like dancing in the morning. I'm like, oh, that that's that is a key, I think, as well to your happiness that you flow with the music and you move the body to the beat.
Move the body to the beat.
Yeah,
Yes. Another boost of boost the mood in the mornings where you're feeling like put some music on and let it all out with this music, of course, that you love.
yeah. And the next question is what I'm really curious about is that you studied an 8-week science to happiness course. And can you please list or, share the qualities, characteristics, or habits that you think are a major key to happiness that people can take away?
Okay. Okay. I think of happiness as a choice. It's where you place your attention. Um, I always found myself, knowing myself as a positive person. And I'll give my parents that because, I grew up in a household where positivity was more than negativity. And there was a research actually in the science of happiness, very interesting statistics where they say about set point theory, where 50% of our happiness roughly is from our genetics, 10% of our happiness is from life circumstances, and 40% is on intentional activity. Yeah, so I was thinking, yeah, I feel that with my genetics, I can feel that the happiness is definitely probably from there. And I try to see a positive, I guess, outlook on things, have a positive perspective. And even though not everything is going to be nice and easy, and there are hard times and not so good times, I choose intention with an intention of have a positive outlook on things. And in my eyes, it's how we respond to it than than about the situation. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So
yeah.
how we choose to act, how we choose to think, how we choose to feel in that sort of in that moments. And for me, I think the habits, I guess, throughout my years, being a child to teenager to adulthood. It was the habits of keeping positive, even though things are not how you want it to be. You know, life always throws your way some things, but
Mm.
you know, understanding that there's good, there's bad, and sometimes the bad is what brings you a lot of knowledge about yourself and about things that happening. And yes, so a few things. It was cultivating relationships, you know, compassion, kindness, gratitude, mindfulness, all these sort of things, they all kind of come about with happiness to me.
Mm.
You know, because I know whatever I give out, I will receive. You know what I mean? So if I'm
Yeah.
giving out kindness, if I'm giving out gratitude, if I'm giving out love, um, and compassion towards people and being empathetic, I'll have that in the return as well. But if I'm gonna be unhappy and negative, and I've noticed when I'm feeling negative or down, it just keeps
Yeah.
following me and following me and following me until
Mm.
I realize, okay, hold up, stop. This is what it is. Once I figure out and I move the direction, look, um, with a different perspective, different glasses, you know, filters,
Yeah.
it's everything starts to be a bit more clear. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's actually, I can learn from this, you know? So, yeah, I hope this answered your question.
Yes, that makes sense. Like, it does make sense. And but it's interesting, like when you started with the scientific fact that 50% of our happiness is from our genetics. Immediately I thought, oh my God, my parents are not happy people.
Hold up, but you know that scientifically we can change our genes when we are doing, okay, this is a whole another subject, but
Yeah.
when we are doing something, it grows. I even put that out a couple of days ago on my story. What we practice grows, you know. So if we're practicing kindness, kindness grows. The neurons in our brain start to connect and fire and
Mm.
wire the same kind of connections. So the more you practice it, the more it becomes a habit, the more it's part of you. And this is the most important thing that scientists found out, that about neuroplasticity, that our brains can change at any age. We When we decide that this is how we're going to do it differently, this is when change happens. The more you do it, the stronger it gets.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah,
Did
yeah.
that answer your question
I know
or
what you mean.
your thought?
Yeah, that does. Because I everything my parents do, I kind of do the opposite. So I thought, and I feel like I'm a happy person, most of the
You
time.
are. You are.
Yeah, and you've seen me, like, heard my voice through some of the darkest moments. I've come here like by myself from Australia and dealing with this pandemic and people, and I'm just like, oh my God, the jungle out here, And, and I really, the other thing that you said that makes sense was perspective, changing your perspective. And you also helped me when I was sad and miserable. I remember you sent me your number, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I called you, and I'm like, with steps to do, and I started doing them religiously.
Yeah.
And yeah, and also listening to the YouTube videos that you
Oh,
send.
YouTube has been my good
Um,
friend.
Discipline and YouTube.
Discipline in YouTube. Yeah, well, you know, it's you're getting inspired by people that know, that been through it, that know what they're talking about, and it's your now decision to explore that, whatever they're saying. Take it to heart or explore more. If you're not comfortable with what they're saying, go and research some more. And the more you research, the more you start understanding. It's like a puzzle, you know. Really, the more I'm watching videos, the more I'm reading the books, articles, it starts to pick up, and you're like, whoa, that's nice,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Okay, okay. And this is when change when change happens.
Yeah. So I'm really on this like exponential growth curve. And thank you for sharing these tips, and um, qualities. And Lola, what has your mind been exposed to recently that inspires you and influences your journey?
Science,
Mm.
science. Because okay, before, okay, I've had all these things happen to me. Um, I've manifested a few times, I think, in my life and everything that's happened. Um, but really, I wanted to know the science behind it. How does it happen, and what is going on? And they actually have researches on that. You know, that our thoughts are powerful, that emotions that we give are powerful, that we are energy, everything is energy, we're all vibrating on a frequency, and it's our choice which vibrations do we want to be part of, you know. And
Mm.
most of it frustrating part is some people don't understand that all these things count. We're not just here for no reason, you know.
Mm.
So yeah, it was science. Joe Dispenza.
Mm.
I've been reading his books, watching his videos, doing his meditations as well. He has some powerful ones. Um, it was also from Science of Happiness, Shauna Shapiro. She has lots of videos, and at the moment, I'm reading her book. Um, Marissa Peer, you.
Yeah. You're doing the course, I think, right?
Yes, I'm gonna do a course with her. I'm in the process of it happening. Um, Louise Hay, she's the very, very powerful woman as well. Completely also changed my mind about lots of things. And yes, I watch her videos. I read her books, and I'm doing her meditations. So yeah, a bunch of people, and each one of them are adding their sauce to my plate.
And with this information that you do, you like with the science that you said, is it based on these authors, or do you also look it up on like Google, like
I
the
do, I do, I do.
yeah.
Even all the case studies that they have, I find them on Google. If you want, I can share some if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm interested. But
Yeah.
I'm also curious, whenever they do research, like who's funding the research? Because
Oh, well, yes. This is another subject.
that's another subject. It's crazy. Like, um, I'll share a little thing with you if you don't mind. Like,
Yeah.
I was researching this company that produced like opioids, like pharmaceuticals in America,
Hmm.
and then they were fined 600 million, right?
Hmm.
From from the FDA for producing a drug that was addictive to people. They only got fined. I reckon they should have been shut down. But after they should have been shut down, closed, after misleading the population into taking this drug. And then they created a drug that to combat the addiction. So then again, they're profiting off their. So I'm very skeptical about research, and I'm thinking, who's funding this, and what is their hip pocket nerve, agenda.
Okay, this is okay. This is a difficult, difficult one.
Yeah, but
Complicated,
still
I would
share them.
say. Yeah, there's my good friend Sierra, and she has her page now on Instagram. I've sent on our group, and it's psychological, very interesting behind the stigma that this is where she talks about the subject, and now even psychologists are coming up and talking about this issue publicly. Very interesting. I'm going to send you some things that you can watch, podcasts, and on YouTube as well.
Thank you. Okay, very interesting. And last question is, how do you decide to schedule your day?
Um, okay, I have a little notepad for tasks to do. I write them all down. And okay, if some days I don't finish them all on the same day, I put them back on. Whenever I have an idea, I also write it down. Um, oh, someone, yes, we can. Um, so yeah, what was I saying? About yes,
When you write it down,
I write
you
things,
write down.
everything, since I started writing things down, my life has totally changed. Before I
Really?
would just
Okay, I
keep it
can
all in
do
my
that.
mind. Oh, I'll remember to do this. Nah, now write everything down.
Do you write it on paper or on your phone?
Oh, paper, paper. But yeah, you can write it on the phone. It can be anywhere, really. I'm just, yeah, I have this little notepad thing, so it has everything written down, and I can just tick off. I feel really happy when I tick things off. But yeah, usually also before night, when I'm taking notes for the next day, I like to put a few tasks to do for the next day. And yeah, it can be or some research that I wanted to do or I wanted to find out or something I watched and I want to know more about. I write it down, and whenever I come to it, I come to it.
And do you do this even on, like, in terms of planning your days, um, if you're traveling, for example? Do you do your yoga, meditation? Because that takes so much time, preparing breakfast.
Okay, no, for traveling, breakfast, you gotta go to places, you gotta
Mhm.
explore. It's the best thing about travel. Finding new places, different cuisines, trying new restaurants. No cooking it no, when I'm traveling. For yoga, again, if you don't have 30 minutes to do a yoga session, do 5, 10 just to move your body, get your
Mhm.
body moving, or whatever exercise you wanted to do, jumping jacks or whatever it is, take at least 5 minutes. And for meditation can also be, you don't always have to sit down and meditate. There's so many different kind of meditations. You can take it in the shower. I love to do a shower
Mm.
meditation, walking meditation. If you're on holiday and you're in a beautiful view, this is the best thing you want to do is to meditate and to connect yourself to the view, and it's amazing. So again, different kind of meditation, dance meditation that we've done here as well. um so yeah, if no time to sit down, try to do it
And
somewhere else.
this is came up. I was meant to ask you this earlier, but when you said yoga taught you a lot about breathing, pranayama. This is a bit of a personal question, so you don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
Okay.
But do you wear a bra? Because for me, I find wearing a bra can be restrictive to my breath.
Okay. 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 When I'm doing pranayama, no, bra is not there. I mean, sports bra is there, or no bra
Mm.
at all. You know. Okay, but um, I find that it's with kind of different brands. I feel that where it's restrictive and it's when it feels natural, you know.
Hmm.
Did you try different ones or you're just speaking for all of them?
Yeah, all of them, like even wearing a crop top that maybe if it's not supportive, then it's fine. But that's like wearing a t-shirt. But any sort of bra, I feel like a restriction around my chest. And I noticed it more over the years becoming aware of the breath. When I wasn't aware of it, I felt like I was breathing
Yeah,
incorrectly
yeah,
for
shallow.
so
We
much
just
of
breathe
the,
from here.
yeah.
We don't
I
use
just
the whole respiratory
Yeah,
system.
I don't
Yeah.
use the entire rib cage. And I thought, oh my God, I've been doing this wrong for so long. No one told me, and I didn't know, until I did a yoga teacher training. They're like, breathe into your chest. And I'm like, oh, there's a restriction here. It's the,
Our all bodies are different,
yeah,
So pick whatever is comfortable for you. Be comfortable. Now
yeah,
it's the time. Actually, not many people are wearing bras these days.
yeah.
Women. So, yeah, do whatever is comfortable for you. If it's restricting your breathing and breathing is the most important thing, thank you very
Yeah,
much. You gotta eliminate that. Use something different,
yeah.
without the bands and everything.
I have to mummify my chest.
Sierra, I could never. I know, Cici, I know.
I know, because without a bra, you feel like a little bit ashamed. You're like, I don't really want to walk out like this, but getting used to changing my mindset about not wearing a bra so I can breathe freely and think freely as well. Uh,
I know one, Cici, I know. Oh, so yes,
yes. Thank you, Lola.
I
Thank you so much if anyone has any questions, please write them.
know, guys.
And, Lola, please tell us how they can connect with you on your IG, Lola Rituals. Is
Yes,
that right?
yes, Lola rituals. Um,
Yeah.
you can ask me if you have any questions. I'll be very happy to answer. Um, just just saying hi is also nice, and it's nice to connect here as well. Actually, I got Instagram only a year ago, and I've met so many wonderful people. So this has been really, really nice. And I've met you
Wow.
here as well on Instagram.
I know. And I feel like, yeah, I message you nearly every day, some days, and I'm like, oh, and you checked up on me. And I really appreciate it so much. And you're doing so well, Lola. Whatever effort and energy you put into this Instagram, I it benefits so many people, and including I can speak for myself, it's benefited me, and your journey inspires me to stay happy and positive and moving forward and present. And you embody so many of the characteristics that I adore and I aspire to be. So,
Thank you, Ratika. I appreciate it
yeah,
so much. And I'm so
yeah,
happy that it's been beneficial, that you took it into your life, into your daily life, and it's benefited you. I'm so happy to hear that.
yeah. And
Thank you.
oh, one more question I had, random question. Have you manifested things that didn't happen? Like, were you like, I really want to manifest this, or I want to manifest this, and then it didn't happen?
Of course, but it's
Mm.
like planting a seed. I didn't put enough water and attention to
Oh,
it,
okay, okay.
you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yes, and whatever you put attention grows. And
yeah.
you have to be consistent, you have to be persistent as well to what you really want. And if it's really what you want, you gotta step up and be
That's
disciplined.
correct. Yeah, you gotta go get what you want and be
Yeah,
disciplined to do it, put it in action. Right.
exactly.
Thank you, Lola. Please,
Thank
guys, follow me on
you. Thank you. Mwah. Kisses, guys. Thank you so
Facebook.
much. Thank you.
So much love to you, Lola.
We keep in touch. We speak soon. And have a
Yes,
wonderful trip. Wonderful
thank
trip to
you.
Sri Lanka.
Thank you,
Mwah.
sir. Love you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.